So, we're going to do this Sammy's investigation. At first, I think he's going to refuse and say that he'll rather be alone, but he surprisingly nods and offers no resistance. Nice, us lazy people need to stick together. Why are you calling me lazy? I just thought it'll be important to look through any footage of the crime scene. I didn't choose you to laze around. I know. He smiled. Come sit next to me. I'll pull the footage from the security camera and we can go over it together. Okay. He pulls out a chair for me and moves over. Huh? What's that? There are countless pushes of some sort of round creatures on the chair, but he shoves them to the ground without care and gestures for me to take a seat. He doesn't strike me as a plushy person. Maybe he just likes cute things. Hey. The hand that landed on my shoulder quickly retracts. Whoa, you okay? Sorry, didn't mean to scream. You scared me. My bad. Just wanted to give you a quick warning before I left. He leans in close and lowers his voice. Don't let Sammy start talking about it, yeah? No matter how much he begs. What? What are you two whispering about over there? Nothing. I was just leaving. See you both. Bye. Wait, what did you mean by that? Unfortunately, Alexei gives us a quick salute and disappears before I can ask him anything else. I loiter around the entrance to see if he'll come back, but then Sammy pats the chair impatiently and I have no choice but to sit down. If you're going to give me a warning, at least be more specific. Any kind of context would have been nice. Sammy's typing away on his keyboard, headphones on. I don't know what any of the code means, but even if I did, he's going too fast for me to read it anyway. It's obvious he's an expert in his craft. I sit quietly next to him, trying my best not to distract him, but then Sammy suddenly seems to remember I'm here. He pushes his headphones down and moves over a little so I can see the screen a bit better. Sorry, habit. I'm not used to being social. It's okay, I don't mind watching you work. Since you're here, we might as well talk. Since he said that, I thought he'll at least pick the topic, but I guess he's leaving that to me. Have you been programming for a long time? Since high school, what about you? I think I started being interested in detective work sometime around elementary school. Pretty sure it was a little bit after meeting Theo. A real prodigy, I see. Huh? I wouldn't say that. It's not like anybody actually trusted a little kid to do detective work. It ended up being more like odd jobs. Experience is experience, doesn't matter where you get it from. Something flashes on the computer and then a video of the alleyway appears on the screen. The camera's positioned in a way that doesn't show what's happening inside, but we can at least check who went in and out of the alleyway. Couldn't they have angled it a little bit useless? Lots of people throw up there after a night of Celestial. They probably didn't want to have to watch that. In here, I work in security and I can guarantee you this, which is while in the US, you have like cameras everywhere. In here, it's not like that. I'm not talking about all countries in Europe, okay? I'm talking about the place where I am. The use of cameras outside is still something that hasn't been approved by our government in here. You do have some politics that agree to it. There are some that do not agree to it. So it's kind of a situation of a stalemate, okay? And what I'm trying to say by this is, because I work in security, is when you install a camera for your customer, whether it's like a residential person or a company, you need to guarantee that your camera is not going to focus a place that it's public. Okay? So in this case, because he was like, oh, they could have positioned it in a better way for us to view. Yeah. In here, it would be like you could not position it in a way where you would see like the public, how do you say, like the public, where people walk, whatever. Yeah, you're not allowed to position the camera in a way where you can see that. It can be all around, like imagine, oh, but the alleyway belongs to this or that property. Yeah, sure. If it belongs to your property, is fine. Okay? If it's not, and it's just a common place, it's like a public common place, the camera just cannot be turned that way. It goes against the law. But that's in here because it's not still allowed, and there's like no law that permits that the public places can be video recorded, okay? So yeah, we have that. Lots of people throw up there after a night at Celestial. They probably didn't want to have to watch that. And you're probably like thinking, oh, then how can you like really see what happened and incriminate people and all of it? We have to go through other ways, okay? We have to go through other ways. Because, yeah, video recording like that in public places, it's not allowed. Skill issue. He presses a button and the footage speeds up. Sammy's eyes flit quickly across the screen and he somehow manages to focus on the footage while his fingers fly across the keyboard at breakneck speed. Something wrong? He speaks up suddenly, eyes still glued to the computer, and it takes me a few moments to realize he's speaking to me. Oh, no, sorry. Just thought you looked kind of cool. Really, is it bad posture doing it for you? I know, I don't have room to talk, but you should really fix that. Can't. It's ingrained in me. I can't focus anymore if I'm not horribly disfiguring my body. Yeah, after some years, you kind of start feeling that. Like, there was a moment where I was kind of like trying to fix my posture. And because of that, I got in a really bad situation, which was, I got like that thing that they say that the old people have, like with their back, when you cannot move anymore. And it came from that, which is like your body starts, like your spine starts adapting to that deformity that you have, like an hunchback or something. And when you try to put it back, sometimes the response is not going to be the best one. You know, when you kind of like do a little bit more effort, you're going to use a little bit more of your spine there. And it's going to respond because it already has the deformity. It's not going to respond in the best way. So I would tell him, yeah, maybe it's better if you don't do nothing, because I know what it is to try to do something about your posture, and then you're getting like backfired by it. Yeah. Well, you'll curse your decision when you're older. Guess you'll have to take care of me when the time comes. The logs are in. You're really going to say that and move on before I can respond? Since the time of death was at 8 this morning and no one entered the alleyway for hours before that, I'll start from there. The camera quality isn't great, so I can't identify any of the people. He gestures towards the video footage, and sure enough, the person currently on it is an indistinguishable blob It's like, now that I'm looking at it, like such a huge word. Indistinguishable. It says how many? Like 17. I think it's like 17 letters in there, right? Big word. Let's give them code names. Sure, that sounds cool, really spy-like. Did you have some in mind? Pomberry, Pomukochi, Pochama? What? Pomberry, Pomukochi, Pochama? No, I heard you the first time. What did those words mean? Do you just like attaching the word pom to everything? Like fluffy pom. What's with that look on his face? Have you ever heard of pochirin? We go with pochirin again. Okay, pochirin. I don't actually know how to put it. Pochi in Japanese literally means dog. Okay, that's why like the other time I was like kind of like laughing about it, but I don't know how to put it because pochi is dog, but rin is a suffix that suffix, they probably say suffix, that you put, that you use, and it expresses an action. Okay, so I don't actually know exactly what this means. Even in Japanese, it can't be like here's a dog or go dog, or rin only expresses that there's an action in there. Okay, it's a suffix that you put in there and express. So it's like I don't actually know, but pochi is dog, so I don't actually know how to translate it. That sounds vaguely familiar. Oh, the cartoon show with the Pomeranians. Oh, is that what all the plushies are? Pomeranians? Yeah, like a pochi. Pochi is more like, it's kind of like a tiny dog, pochi. And now that I'm looking at them again, they do look kind of like dogs. Does that one have a pompadour? I can inform you on pochirin lore if you want. That's the thing. He was like telling you, no. A feeling of dread suddenly washes over me, and Alexei's warning flashes across my mind like a horror movie. Sure? She was going to say sure. Then she was like, better not. Maybe after the investigation, can we just go with letters for now instead? It'll be easier for me to remember. You said you had a good memory. I still need to think about it. It's not always just bouncing around in my head. I need to pull the information from my memory bank. Is he pouting? Fine, you win today. I expect you to know their names by the next investigation. Everyone in the hideout is required to know the basics of at least 3 of them. Otherwise, you're not allowed entry. Does that include Prince Theory and Alexei too? That's nice of them to show interest in your hobbies. Weren't. Sorry, what did you say? I didn't catch that. They weren't given a choice. Ah. Well, 3 isn't bad, right? You mentioned 3 earlier, so technically I require you to know their first anime appearance, their live-action actors, their backstories, their family trees, their specific breeds. Wait, this is a basic information? Wait, it has a live-action? Wait, there are actors? Are they real dogs, or do they make actors act in dog costumes? 3 waits in a row. Nice. I'm starting to see why Alexei gave me that warning now. Now that we've entertained your little distraction, you're the one who brought it up. Hey, wait, at least answer my last question. Let's go through the video. If only Alexei knew you were making small talk instead of helping clear his innocence. He'll be so sad. Fine, let's do it, then. He's totally making fun of me. Well, whatever, as long as he's having fun. Is he having fun? It's a little hard to tell with him. Here's a diagram of the scene. Nice illustration. Did you make it? Do you like the unproportionally big garbage dumpsters? They are charming. Thank you. I work hard to make them as large as possible. Why though? Is that a notebook? Yep, I think I'll be able to remember everything, but I wanted to write it down just in case. Theo gave these to me for my birthday a couple years ago. Since I haven't been assigned any cases until now, it's mostly been used as a scheduler and doodle book. I can finally use it for its intended purpose. Well, it will probably go back to being a scheduler and doodle book tomorrow, but I'm going to savor it for today. Do you want to borrow my keyboard? I can split the screen. It's okay, call me old-fashioned, but I prefer using pen and paper anyway. I prefer to use pen and paper too, yeah. I'm from the old guard kind of like thing, yeah. Nothing wrong with that. That's surprising to hear from you. Just because I'm addicted to electronics doesn't mean everyone else has to be. I think it's like a habit that you kind of like... Well, when I was young, we didn't even have computers, okay? Yeah, I'm that old. We didn't even have computers. So it's like you passed most of your education without having computers. I mean, I had computers. I was already in my, what, maybe 15? 15 years old? I don't know, maybe not even then. Being honest, really, now that I'm thinking about it. I remember having like a really old phone. Yeah, I remember having a phone when I was in high school. No, in high school I probably already had like a computer. Not a good one, but a computer. Not laptops though. Yeah, you didn't have that. No, I don't think so. I mean, I'm talking in here, okay? You probably already had in the US. I'm talking in here, yeah. So, I mean, like, and even during college, most of my notes, I would take them, you know, with a notebook and pen, you know. So I really got used to it. And even nowadays, when I'm like working somewhere, like everyone is like, oh, are you just using like a notebook, you know, and a pen for writing? You can just use your computer. And I'm like, oh, I just prefer it. Like, I don't know how to say it. That's nice, you know. You're kind of like the opposite of gatekeeping. I don't see the purpose in gatekeeping. It's more fun to force people to suffer through things I enjoy. How generous of you. He resumes clicking through the security footage. 5 people went into the alleyway during this time frame. Why do you want to investigate? No, who? Not what. Ooh, does it matter by now? Do we had a person E too? I thought it was just 4. Maybe we did had. I don't remember. This was like the person that had like nothing, right? I think. Person A entered the alley at around 8:30 carrying nothing. They were in there for less than a minute. Person B entered around 9 a.m., probably the garbage collector based on their outfit. I can see the guy on camera making one trip in the alleyway, emptying one of the dumpsters into the garbage truck before wheeling it back. And the C, it's Alexei, probably he entered around 10 a.m. There's a small yellow blob on the screen. The blob disappears into the alleyway for a couple seconds before reappearing. He doesn't seem to be carrying a body, at least. Is the bar that low? Well, it was a non-zero possibility. So who do you want to? Person D. Enter around 10:45 a.m. They were wheeling a suitcase. Maybe Misha's body was hidden in there. Person E. Enter around 11. Based on his testimony, he was out on a morning jog. He was the one who reported the body. He was unlucky to have accidentally stumbled upon the body like that. It has nothing to do with luck. For example, I would never be in that position, because he never goes outside. Really? How can you be so sure? I would never voluntarily exercise. Oh yeah, not jogging, yeah, right. Are all your punchlines going to be about living an unhealthily as possible? Is it funny yet? Your delivery could use some work. That's all. I think I got everything. I settled back in my seat before I finished writing everything up, but then I noticed Sammy staring at my notebook. What, did you want to check something? I angled the pages towards him so that he can see, but he pushes it away with a look of disgust on his face. I don't think I can read a single word you've written down. Well, that's kind of like the beauty of it. Like, you are the only one that knows what is written in there. It kind of happens with me too. It's fine as long as I can read it, right? Is that an M? Not even close. It's an I. I's don't have curves in them. Neither does the letter I wrote. Let me try. I hand him my pen, he scribbles something in my notebook and then pushes it back to me. Hi Yunie is written in neat letters. What? It's so pretty. You sound disappointed. I thought you were one of us. So you admit you have bad handwriting. I for instance, I have one bad handwriting and I have a good one. A round, funny, cute one. And when I want people to understand what is in there, I do the good one. When I don't want and I'm just rushing through it, I do the other one. But I understand the bad one. Most people don't. So mine isn't that bad. Oh yeah, because this is like his color. His color is kind of hard to see. Mine isn't that bad either. I'm just out of practice. I'll train a little and then we can see whose is better. I'm coming for your crown, just you wait. I don't think I need to worry about that. Yeah, keep talking, I'll show you. Fine, don't keep me waiting. He smiles a lot more than I thought he would. Anyway, it doesn't look like the victim was caught on camera at all, right? Since everyone who entered the alleyway did leave, it's safe to say that Misha wasn't one of them. That means that he most likely didn't walk in on his own. Maybe the culprit carried him in somehow. There was that person with the luggage. Person D? Sorry, I don't have a photographic memory of the notebook of scribbles. I don't have either of those things. Person D is definitely suspicious. Do you think the luggage is large enough for a body? I stare at it. It looks kind of big enough, but also not the more I stare at it. We can ask Alexei later. Because he knows how big Misha is, or because he has experience stuffing people into suitcases. Actually, I don't want to know. Oh, I guess I should also check who sent the text message to Alexei. He looks really cranky as he plugs his phone into his computer and starts up a program. Well, he said he thought it was gang business, right? It can't be helped. He's loyal to his brother. He trusts Sasha too much. It's the first time I've heard anything resembling anger coming from Sammy's mouth, and it temporarily renders me speechless. I don't care much about Sasha's Dior either, but that sounded personal. I hope you don't blindly trust anyone either. Few immediately comes to mind, but I don't think she counters. He's clearly talking about bad influences. Of course I don't. It's obvious from his expression that he doesn't believe me. Do I really seem like that kind of person? Anyway, did you figure out who sent it? Doesn't seem like it's possible. That's too bad. He doesn't say anything else, sitting back with a frown as he closes out of the program. I wonder if he's beating himself up over not being able to track them down. So he does take pride in his work despite how he acts. I wheel my chair closer and pat his arm. It's okay. You've already done all that you can. Don't worry about it. You're still a great programmer in my eyes, Sammy. Well, not that I know what makes a good programmer. You could be typing gibberish for all I know. But still, at least you look cool while doing it, bad posture and all. I was expecting a snarky response, so when his expression worsens, I panic a little. What do? I don't even know what he's upset about. Is he mad that I made fun of his posture? He was fine with it earlier. Let's change the subject just to be safe. Hey Sammy, can I ask you a weird question? What? Have we met somewhere before? You're asking that to someone who doesn't go outside? Oh, that's a good point. Probably not. Why do you ask? Oh, I'm not sure what I'm going to say, but thankfully the door slams open and saves me from having to come up with an excuse. I wanted to see if he knew anything about the vision, but he didn't say anything about it. Maybe I should try asking one of the others too when I get the chance. It doesn't make sense that I'm the only one who saw it when we're all involved. I'm back. Thierry and Alexei are here too. Jim looks a bit out of breath, as if he had just run back, but he gives us a big smile when he notices us sitting together. Hi Jim. Hi Yunie. Hi Sammy. How did things go? Pretty good. How about on your end? Same with me. He waves a couple pieces of paper at me that he must have gotten from the crime scene. Sammy's already snoozing. Huh? No, he's just... I turn around to find Sammy slumped over his desk, eyes closed. Whoa, when did he fall asleep? Wake up, sleepy beauty. Hello, welcome back. We're about to share information. Are you feeling up for it? Sure, Yunie has all the notes. I guess this means he wants me to do the talking. Alright then, Thierry, we're ready to start. Okay, this is probably going to be like the same thing that, you know... Okay, yeah, it is. So this is the part where Sammy drinks with her, and then he goes and vomits and all of it. By the time I make my way over to Sammy's table, there are 7 empty bottles in front of him. Sammy scoots over a little when he sees me coming, holding out an unopened bottle that I refuse. You okay? I'm fine. Are you sure? Didn't you just go throw up in the bathroom? Mild technical issues. I'm good to go again. Oh my god. He's not lying. He seems to be making his way through his 8th bottle already. I squint at him just to make sure he really is okay, but he does seem fine. I've never seen anyone come even closer to outdrink Theo before. It might not have seemed like it, but she's pretty famous here for being the one with the highest alcohol tolerance. Sammy shrugs, looking wholly unbothered at the news that he had gone toe-to-toe with the alcohol queen herself. I was treating it like a competition. She was mostly drinking for fun. It's not a big deal. Still though, it's impressive. I didn't think you were someone who liked drinking. I don't like or dislike it. My colleague friends used to pressure me into drinking, so I've built up a tolerance just for the survival. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to drag up bad memories. Don't apologize, the competition was fun. I don't let people pressure me into doing things. I don't want to anymore. I wouldn't have agreed if I didn't want to. I must still look worried because he reaches over and flicks my forehead. Ow! Think of it as my tragic backstory I had to overcome to defeat my ultimate nemesis. Fiorella of Celestial. You know who she is? I run background checks for a living. Fiorella. Okay. Ah, right. Privacy is not a thing in your world. You think Theory would have just let a random person stay without one? It'd be like more Terry? How would you say it? Tiri. Sorry, I was thinking about something else in here. Do not mind me. Let's continue. You think Theory would have just let a random person stay without one? He said he was going to trust me more. He can do that and still rely on my background checks. They are not mutually exclusive. I guess. Besides, today is not the first time I've heard of her. A lot of people I play with online are big fans of her. They say that she's... No, stop. I don't want to hear about randos being slimy about my best friend. People do tend to be rather disgusting behind the screen. I grimace a little. Feels way too beautiful and nice to not have hordes of admirers. She's even had a few stalkers over the years, but I don't particularly want to hear what creepy things people say about her online. I've been playing more single-player games recently anyway, it's more peaceful. Wait, really? You seem like the type of person who likes trash-talking others, though. That's why I take it out on Alexei. Poor Alexei. Yeah, like, Alexei has like two guys that kind of like to go against him, you know? It's like Sammy and Theory, right? Do you have anything you're playing right now? Pochirin drops. Do you want to make an account and try? Okay, okay, sure, I'll make my own account. I receive a link immediately from an unknown number and I quickly click on it and sign up. Alright, done. Give me your username, I'll add you to the family group. Oh, what? Ace Detective? Don't be embarrassed, it's cute. It's hardly the worst one. An invitation to be added to a group of 4 people pops up and I accept. There's a leaderboard with the first place person more than triple the score of the second place. Are you Alt F4? Alt F4. Okay. Who else? Second place is someone named Gemini, you say Gemini, which must be Jim. And then there's Alexei here, who didn't even try and just use his first name and his username. The person in last place catches my eye though, and I frown at it. Pochirin hater? A theory. He hates them that much? He's the founder of the Pochirin Hater Club, yes. Then why is he even in there then? You know? Why though? They're so cute. I agree. He's just annoyed I keep trying to force it down his throat. Well, that's valid, I guess. Want me to show you how to play? Nah, I'm a big fan of hands-on learning. So what did you learn? That I'm not very good at this game? Let me try again. Gosh, why did they have to make a Tetris remix so hard? Not bad. It's okay, you don't need to try to make me feel better. I can see your high score is several magnitudes higher. I'm perpetually online and have no life. You did fine, much better than the other 3 on their first attempts anyway. I'm still a little surprised they tried it out. They didn't have a choice, the hideout is under my name, so they have to follow my rules if they want to stay. Prince Theory lets you kick him out? Status means nothing in the world of gamers. I revised the social hierarchy in my mind and placed pro gamers above the royal family. We should play as a group next time. Watching Theory rage quit over a game made for children, as he puts it, is very funny. That sounds fun. Is there multiplayer for these two, or do you just compare total scores? It does have a co-op, but we play other stuff when we're together. Most of the time it's Poshirin basketball. Oh really, why basketball? It's my favorite sport. What? I'm just a bit surprised, didn't you? Didn't think you were a sports guy in general, let alone someone who had a favorite one. I need to do something about this light coming into my eye. I'll do it in a second. Ever heard of not judging a book by its cover? Yeah, but Sammy, you kind of make it hard not to. Fair. I'm not really a basketball person, so you might need to teach me the rules as we go along. Sure, though the others are so bad at it that they might even lose to a beginner like you. I'm not so sure about that, but I'll train hard so that I'm not last place. But not going easy on me, okay? Sorry. But no going easy on me, okay? I'll take my losses with dignity. Okay, I need a second, because this is like killing me. Okay. I would never disrespect you like that. Wanna go again? Sure. I'm about to press the new game button, but he grabs my hand to stop me. He raises his phone with his other hand and waves it at me. No, why not? I'm on a 3-game win streak. My heart earned rating. It'll disappear instantly if I play you. Lesson number 2, never get attached to your ratings, lest you become stagnant. I'm almost afraid to ask, but what's lesson number 1? Just win, loser. I get it now. Get what? Get that I need a new teacher. I start to stand up as a joke, but he quickly grabs my hand. Stay, I'll help you. With another lesson? Alright, let's hear it. What's lesson number 3? I sit down again and he slides over, slotting his hand over mine. What are you doing? Teaching you how to play. You can follow my inputs. Oh, okay. He guides my finger to the new game button and presses down. Lesson number 3, games are more fun when they are played together. Sammy, that was really cheesy. Sorry, it sounded better in my head. Okay. Yeah, we saw this, that he likes. How did you move over there so fast? That's budgeting number 5. I think it kind of like saw this. I think it's like when you just get like one phrase or something that is different. Oh wait, it's Theo. Oh no. Yeah, this is when they pass by there. It's a ghost. How did you? No, when they pass, right? Of course I do. We are friends over a decade. Animation detectives not believe in ghosts. Obviously, ghosts aren't real. We saw this. I think it's like one phrase or another. Something kind of like that. Having second thoughts? No, really. Yeah, I don't think so. Okay, so let's return to the main menu. And we are not over yet. Why? Because I discovered when I came here in the morning that the Pochirin, it's in here in the side stories. See? It's in here. So we probably get like a side story in here. Alexei. What's up? You've been staring at me for a while now. I got this Pochirin sticker the other day. Sammy's got you into his hobby now? Well, I'm not a fan of the show or anything, but it's just fun collecting things. Okay, sure, but what does that have to do with me? I was just wondering if you used to look like this too? Like a dog? No, the pompadour. Did you wear saggy pants too? I could see you wearing them. No to both. I don't believe you. Why? Do you have a fantasy in your head where I look like a dumb punk gangster? Yeah. Theory, help me out here. What is it? She thinks I used to look like this. Tell her she's wrong. Like a dog? Yeah, that's what I thought too, but no, the hair. I see, unfortunately, he did not have a pompadour. Ow. Now that I think about it, he hasn't changed very much since his younger days. Although he did go through a phase where he was so overzealous to show off his new tattoos that he'll only wear tank tops. And what's wrong about that? It's a crime to keep them hidden. He even got frostbite a few times. The hospital had to issue a final warning to save him from his own stupidity. I called you here to make me look better. There's nothing I can say to make up for your lack of common sense. You really want to play this game? Hey girlie, he tried to bleach his hair navy blue before. I can see the vision. Thank you. You can't be serious. Dark-haired princes are popular. How is that any better than me wearing saggy pants? I thought you said you didn't wear those. Jim, come over here and spill your greatest hair failures. They are bullying me. I see you're calling over the entire brigade to try to make yourself look better. Isn't that what friends are for? They are bullying you? You must have done something wrong in that case. What into victims blaming? Look, I didn't ask for commentary, okay? I asked for your bad hairdos. I don't think I had that many weird ones. I guess maybe when I used to cut my own bangs, I just took some scissors to chop them off when they got too long. They were always uneven and I looked like a little dork. Every time I went to the barber, he'll scold me for doing it myself, but then I'll do it again next time anyway. Looking back, I'm not sure why I insisted on it. I guess I was just being stubborn. Was that not interesting enough? It was fine. Alexei is just disappointed he doesn't have such endearing stories. It was very Jemisk. I like Jemisk. Well, I'll take that as a compliment. What's going on? Oh, the pot-shooting sticker from the club. We were talking about all the hairstyles. What type of hair did you have as a kid, Sammy? Buzzcut. Wait, really? Well, I probably tried everything. This pompadour looks familiar. Might have had one of these at some point too. Wouldn't recommend it though. Too much upkeep. I usually just went with the patented bird's nest look. I can't believe Sam is the most adventurous one here. Well, that was fun. Thanks for sharing. It's cool to hear about what you guys looked like when you were younger. That's strange, isn't it? Someone seems to be purposely excluding herself for some reason. Ah, that's right, we haven't heard from you yet. Prince Theory, I thought we had an alliance going on. How could you betray me like this? Your first mistake was trusting him. He always has his own self-interests in mind. Well, I cannot deny that I'm curious. Besides, I am a big advocate of equality for all. That's the last thing I want to hear from a literal monarch. You started this, you're not whistling out of it that easily. Well, you can't force me to talk, so I guess you'll never know. Found them. This is why I don't like the hackers. I'm always like, no, they are going to scrutinize all of your like history, and yeah, it's going to be like that. Oh, are these her old school pictures? She's so cute. Guess you lose this round. No, Sammy, please don't show the other two. Oops. How adorable. How did you even get your hair to do that? You look like a little alien. My life is over. Don't say that. Sammy, you are on my side after all. It can always get worse. Huh? Hey, get over here. I have no idea how your hair is sticking up like that, so let's recreate it. You're just joking, right? Most intriguing, it appears to have some sort of gravity-defying power. I know, right? There's no way she got her hair to stick up like that with just a few hair clips. A mystery that will stump even the greatest of detectives. Just kill me now. The answer is hair gel, lots of it. I actually have a lot of products she can use. I brought them over the other day. Hey, nice thinking, Jim. See, I told you not to tempt fate. What's up with your hair? I don't want to talk about it. Okay. And apparently this was like the first sticker kind of thing. Yeah. So what do I want to say about this? I really, really, really liked this game. It was probably like one of my favorites. But I think that I'm having like these favoritisms because I also like detective stuff. Yeah, I really like that. Even reading, playing, reading, and all of it. I like that. So yeah. And but I have to tell you that in terms of it was fun. I really liked the script in here. It was always like funny. There was a lot of interactions, which is what sometimes I feel like the Western visual novels lack. And there was like a ton of interactions. The interactions between them were also cool and fun and all of it. Yeah, the mini games and the time limited choices, I don't like those. But it is cool that you can, at least the mini games, you can skip them when you're like, you only probably need to do them in one for the first route, and then you probably can just skip them. That's kind of like the idea that I have. Yeah, this was a game that actually I saw many people talking about it. And apparently, yeah, it seems like great. And I am going to wishlist this. Yeah, there's no doubt that I'm just not. The only thing that I still feel that we kind of lack it in here, it was actually in the romantic department part. But it's also understandable because we are right at the beginning, and it would probably come out as really poor if by the beginning you were already like kind of like dating or insinuating a lot of things, or you understand. So even the pacing of it, I felt like it was a great pace. I just wanted to see a little bit more of the romance, but I'll be waiting for it in the full release of this game. So yeah, this was really cool, and thank you very much for being in there and being with me through this whole demo story, you know. So thank you very much, and I'll come back with something else. Thank you very much.